Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Cheatcoders. My name is Raf, and I'm here with my co-host, Don doing stuff,
What's
and
Don?
Nathan Blazin.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Your high energy today. Your high energy.
And today we have a special guest for this 49th episode, and it's Fly Girl T.
What up, guys? Happy 49th.
Happy
you.
49th.
Thanks,
It's
T.
an odd number,
old.
but this is the end of an era.
I'd like to celebrate and give you this for the 49th episode.
Thanks,
Oh,
Don.
cheers, T.
Thank you.
Can't even drink it right now.
I've got some rum.
Yeah.
Send one in the mail.
I've got some
Does anyone
rum
know
in
what
here, so-
zonin is? I think it's like a champagne.
Champagne.
A
Cool.
champagne.
Hey, Raf.
Champagne.
By the end of the episode, drink the whole thing for the team, yeah?
Raph
Yeah,
will drink it
I'm
on
drinking
your
the
behalf.
whole thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
But I wanted to, congratulate us.
It's a milestone.
Wow.
Pat on the back. This is a milestone. This is episode 49. This is before this. After this is gonna be a totally different outlook.
new show.
Different new show. It's a new show. It's gonna be a bit more structured. New theme music. New
Ooh.
us. It's gonna be like a new year, new me. So I wanted to congratulate us. Had a round of applause for reaching a milestone of 49 episodes.
I like it.
because we are heading somewhere. This is something so good that I want to continue it on. As I was talking to T before, like I remember the early stages of this podcast. The only reason why I wanted to do this is to communicate better, to be able to speak and get the ums and ahs out of the way and be able to flow a conversation. And now it's grown to a different goal of building an empire of this podcast. Building a strong following,
Hey,
making it a huge
Hey, also,
deal.
with Raf, you saying that, you started this to gain better communication skills. I think we should give Raf a round of applause because I think you've progressed quite well, my friend, developing this.
Pat on the back.
This guy deserves a round.
You're
applause.
also,
Now, so if anyone wants to
you're
have a
also the king of
conversation, they can talk to me
segues.
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's the king of segways.
King of
Real
segues.
The segways. I need to get a segway just for the segways.
Hey, isn't a Segway? Yeah, the Segway is that the two-wheel thing, and you
Yeah, the
stand on
scooter.
it.
It's
It's
called
like
a
a scooter.
Segway.
It's like
It's called a Segway rider.
Segway rider.
Cool.
Mm.
Is there a reason why it's called a Segway rider? Like,
Oh, because they,
Is it like-
they wanted to segue to something else. Move from one thing to another, from A to B. Segway.
Speaking of Segway riders,
Well,
speaking of Segway,
well, let's segue this change to a new thing into life aspect. So rebranding in your life.
yeah, because
Like,
we're rebranding the whole shebang.
The shebang is going to be more shebang than it was before.
More
So
shebang
this-
for your shebuck.
Yeah, there you go. And
So wait, guys, describe to me real quick, how do you sum up your current podcast and versus how the podcast will be?
That's a
Max,
good
do you
question.
wanna-
how
That's
it'll
a
be,
Good question.
how it will be is a secret.
Okay.
No, I
Stay
think
tuned.
okay. So I think
Till
my
next week.
my perception of this is like a group of ordinary guys talking about extraordinary things is how I would say. Yeah, this podcast. That's how I would sum it up. Is my elevator pitch
Nice.
for this podcast. But in terms of the rebranding, that's all boss man, Mr. Raff. I throw that question to you.
Well, pretty much the last 49 episodes has been free for all. We literally would press record and then we'd talk about what we actually just thought of just then on the spot. It's very spontaneous, very in the moment type of thing. And I wanted to, we all wanted to make it a bit more structured, a bit more easier to digest, because sometimes when we talk, just literally talk shit, it just comes off as very unorganized and a royal rumble, a mess. So next episode from then on, we're going to try to keep it structured, have some segments, and
Have some
hopefully
timekeeping.
it'll lead to timekeeping, and hopefully it'll lead to a bit more of a easy to digest show.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Nice.
that's kind of
Because I think we have little spots that are like really good content here and there in spurts, but to get to those points, you gotta go. We gotta go through a lot of segues and random shit that usually is just white noise. So I think people tune out before we even get to really good points.
You're cutting
So
out,
I think it's
bro.
good. There's a lot of filtering. Am I cutting out?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, was that?
Yo.
Hang on, was that a bit of the British accent coming in?
Was
Hello.
it? Oh yeah, he was.
Hello.
Nah,
Harry.
nah, bro.
Harry Potter.
I
Nah,
whoa,
mate.
nah,
Harry
Nah, mate.
Potter.
nah,
Nah.
man. I didn't hear shit.
True blue, mate. Oh shit.
That's English.
Fuck.
Well,
Did I win the bet?
Backstory.
Yeah,
Did I win
mate.
the bet?
Backstory to All right, give the backstory. We're done.
So when I was in Sydney, we made a bet that Raf would get
It's only 2 episodes ago.
get a British accent.
Raf.
No, Nats.
Sorry,
Nats.
Nats will get
Raph will get a British accent.
Yeah, that'd be weird if I
that'd
got
be
a
really
British
weird
accent.
because he's not even in the UK. But because Nats is in the UK, sorry, Nats would get a British accent before episode 60. Was that the?
Was it 60
Yeah,
or
I think so. But like, it wasn't a British accent per se. Like he'd fully develop it. He'd get British Tourette's.
Yeah,
British
accent.
Tourette's.
So it'll just pop up out of nowhere because he's just so immersed in the
Alright.
culture.
What did I say?
I heard it. I
think
heard.
it
I heard a twang. I heard a bit of.
What did
Yeah.
you hear? What did
Not
you?
really.
I didn't hear
He got
it.
so excited about it. I was like,
I didn't even know what you're talking
why are you
about.
getting so excited about it? It's like,
I didn't
Well,
hear it.
We'll have to go to the
Wait,
playback
wait.
for that one. We'll have to go to. The
You know,
playback.
we'll play it back. We'll
Alright.
do an instant
Video ref.
replay, slow motion, all angles. We'll see. Anyway. My point's gone. I don't know what I was talking about, but
Oh yeah, you were like meandering through until you actually had a really good spurt of like
yeah.
awesome content.
yeah.
Awesome
I think the content will be easier to get because
Yeah.
we ain't going. Yeah, the audience won't be going through a lot of shit to get there
Yeah.
Okay.
because we do
Yeah.
talk a lot of shit.
So does that mean it's going to end up a shorter podcast?
It'll be more timed. It'll be restricted to a certain time, average about an hour, and yeah, because like the last few episodes have been an hour and a half plus because
Oh,
we just kept
holy,
talking. So,
holy moly.
I didn't even listen to him. Well, I shouldn't say that.
but like
You can.
From
You
now
can
on-
Too
tell.
long, bro.
You can tell Nats is not part of our marketing team.
yeah. So let's go through rebranding of as us as a person. Have you guys gone through rebrandings yourself? Because obviously in life you go through some changes from experiences, and then people always say, I know who I am, I need to find myself, yada yada yada, but you're as a person, you go through a roller coaster of changes. Did you want to go describe your changes that you've experienced in your life, whether it be from certain events or experiences?
I'll go first because I've got a really like vivid. I've got actually a really good example of that. When I was younger, I had a nickname. My nickname was DA, right? Because Don Angelo, and all of my family called me DA. And from primary school, I was DA. I hated this nickname. I hated
Really?
it. Yeah, I hated it. And I think it was because a lot of kids would be like, "Oh, duh," and like something stupid like that, and it bugged me when I was younger. So when I went to high school, I left that behind. So I would introduce myself, and I made it a point to introduce myself as Don, or Don Angelo, or I still had friends from primary school who would still call me DA, and I'd still have my family still call me DA. But from that moment on, I was like, I'm gonna be Don because it was also very much the transition from being a child to being a teenager. And I made the conscious decision to say, okay, my name is Don, and I will introduce myself as Don. And from this day forward, regardless of who knew me as DA, I will rebrand myself as Don. Yeah.
Rebrand. How about you, Nats? Were you
I think
NDC?
NDC.
I think this is like kind of a reoccurring topic that we go through quite a bit through this podcast, because we do always talk about self-development, personal development, that kind of thing. Look, sorry, it's probably going to be a pretty stock standard answer, but we've talked about before that we're always constantly changing. Like, we can even look back a year, 2 years, 5 years. There's as people are always evolving, in a sense. Like, sometimes it's circumstantial, sometimes it's a conscious choice. Like Don, you just chose one day, you're like, you know what, I want to be known for this, a certain point, kind of thing. But in terms of circumstantial, because life isn't meant to be constantly the same. Like, you might have a stint that things are going to go the same for a certain amount of time and we're that person, but sometimes we're forced to change and adapt to a new world before us. Like, it could be, once again, it could be like a death of a family, it could be a new career choice, it could be a new job. And people that always say like, this is me, this is who I am, that's who you are at that time, but really what makes you moving forward is the thing that happens to you. So we don't know what we're going to be in a couple of years. There could be a number of different factors, once again circumstantial, or we make that conscious choice that we decide to make that change for ourselves. That's all I think it is, really. And probably like 5-10 years, like for me, like just an easy one, like I moved to a new country, that opened my eyes to a lot of things. I feel like I've changed a lot just in the last 6 months, whereas before I didn't see any sort of growth or change for like 3 or 4 years. And same with music, when I made the conscious choice to sort of stop music and I immerse myself in the corporate world, it's sort of another rebrand. Look, I'm not associating myself with music anymore. I'm sort of putting myself out there as this, you know, take me seriously as a professional when I was in that spectrum. So we're just going to constantly keep evolving, and then one day we're just going to look back. It's like, yeah, these are things that made me who we are today.
Yeah. I think
it is.
And that's a really good, that's really deep, but I think like you yourself now, what
Sorry, I'm
what
just trying to untie this.
You need some help.
I want some alcohol.
Fucking
Sorry.
Raph. See, help the man
I
out.
was just gonna-
He needs a drink.
I was
Got
gonna
a
say
bit
though,
too
like
deep for him. He needs to.
you're exactly right. Like you were the musician. You branded yourself as the musician. It's what you put yourself
Absolutely.
out there to be. And like, what is it now? What do you brand yourself as now? Are you the musician? Are you the professional? Are you the world traveler? Are you the, is that?
Well,
what
as I said, you are what you're aiming to do. And right now, my thing is like I don't tell people like I associate with this. Like when they say what are you doing? What's your thing here? I'm just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm here to travel. I'm here to life experience. I'm not here to make money or anything. It doesn't necessarily like I have to say I'm a rapper. Like unless I was rapping, I mean, like my aim here is to make music, and these are small elements, but how I portray myself when people meet me is like, yeah, Nathan, he's that dude. He's here temporarily. He's just looking for life experience. That's it, kind of thing. And that could change. Like in a year's time, I might settle and get a real job here. And now I'm just like, hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm a British dude now, and I have a British accent.
So I want to try and get to probably a lighter version of rebranding. Like everyone has a certain different parts of themselves as they go through life. Like probably Nats is like, I could probably think of on top of my head is the England Nats, the Nats Blazing Nats,
Okay.
the business, what do you call it? The insurance broking Nats, the jobless Nats, the skinny Nats.
That's me now.
Even it comes to appearance, that's like a rebranding. That was the skinny Nats, and now he's the jelly bean
Rebrand,
Nats. And then we have
lollipop head Nats.
probably like
Lollipop
with Don
head.
is probably like the fitness Don, and then the fitness Don sounds good, bro. So you should use that.
Fitness Don.
And everyone has a certain name or label that they put on themselves, and when they rebrand, they have a new name for themselves, type of thing. T, do you have you experienced anything like this, or? Thanks for the wine.
You're welcome. So, well, I don't know. I remember after primary school. So, primary school, I remember I used to feel really alienated from like other people, but people don't remember me like that. Like my brand to them, I was always like this happy-go-lucky kid, and like, because it's all perspective, right? So including brand, like what you think your brand is, other people might see something entirely different. But I did make a conscious choice that I would, because I would like, in primary school, I think I would like be embarrassed, so I'd like lie to impress people, right? But it just always backfire because lies are never good, right? So I learned, okay, and I made a choice. All right, when I go high school, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to lie anymore. I want to be me and just get people to know me. And then that was, I guess, my rebrand into high school, and then these friends. So I know, but Fly Girl T evolves and gets rebranded, and then there's like, I started out as like, because I've always been like a tomboy, so my logo originally was like I wanted something inclusive that was friendly for guys and girls. So, oh yeah, I had a cartoon as well. So I have a cartoon.
I remember that.
And my logo was baseball writing. So baseball
Oh yeah, I
writing.
remember that one.
So it's
I remember
girl
that.
and boy
I had a
friendly.
I had that T-shirt tee. I remember you gave me that tee.
Yeah, the T-shirt is like it's on my
Cheers to
laptop
that.
still now.
Everyone cheers to that.
Cheers.
I don't know where it is. I lost it, but I had it at one point. Anyway.
My boyfriend still
Good
has
shit.
one. But and then I went through a phase. I did some recording on EDM tracks with DJ Chronic. And he made a new logo for me and made that like a new brand, and that was like my era of like doing a lot of touring, doing a lot of recording for EDM tracks, and yeah, and then that was like literally rebrand, like
Nice.
logo rebrand. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like in
Makes
terms,
sense,
I think rebranding is always spun into the content and the stuff that you are portraying
Yeah.
into the public eye.
Yeah.
So like
Mhm.
you like at one point in your life you wanted to display this image as you
Yeah,
or your brand,
yeah.
and now you're older, you want to portray this image
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you. So you go through a rebrand process.
Yeah.
It's like probably another way of rebranding is like going through Facebook, deleting your old tweets or your statuses and
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
because like you want to portray a particular image.
Yeah.
Like
You
with
can't
me
delete.
now-
You can't delete bad photos though. If someone else tags you in a
can't-
photo.
yeah. Once
It's
it's
out
in
there
the
in the
internet,
world.
it's in the internet.
You know what? Tip for everyone. Some bosses, if they're smart enough, they'll look at your Facebook before they hire you.
Yep.
Oh,
So
yeah.
to
Yeah,
see
I
who
know that.
you are as a real person.
Well, I'm in
So-
shit.
So just watch out, and you know
It's a
you
double
might.
R.
Well,
Just
well,
rebrand.
we're
Well-
all fucked because
Well,
of this podcast.
if they're listening to this podcast, I am a worthy
Is-
applicant
I mean,
for this job, and hopefully you'll hire me for your marvelous company.
I think
That's so true.
I think as well on the case of like rebranding, for me lately it's the new brand is Don Doing Stuff instead of Don Valix as the brand, because I wanted to change. I didn't want to be Don Valix the singer, Don Valix the producer, Don Valix the boxer or whatever it was. I didn't want it to be my name. I want it to be a different thing, because on the internet you put out what you basically it's a brand. It's not my identity. And I think there's a difference between an identity and a brand. And I feel bad for the kids nowadays because they have to develop a brand first. Like they already have to develop a brand for themselves, because that's the way the world works now, that you have to create this persona or put out this thing where you're like, okay, this is me. And you have to identify yourself, or you have to brand yourself as that. And yeah, like I switched from Don Valix to Don Doing Stuff, because it's like, yeah, the stuff that I put out on the internet is a collection of the things that I do. It's not necessarily, who I am. It's just what I like to do.
Which is a good point, because I had a conversation with Nats. He's like, I think you need to get a stage name, because you've been talking a lot of shit on podcasts.
Yes,
And if
also
you link
that,
it up to your
also
real
that.
name.
I mean, I don't want to link it, man.
You're
Shoot
just
myself
gonna
in
end
my
up linking-
foot.
Yeah, so
I'm never gonna get a job again. Like,
so stage names are really essential in the world of the internet, because if you don't have a stage name,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be like a stage name and like you have to develop a particular name, but you can have a internet persona, as Don said. Like
Don
people,
doing stuff.
I know heaps of people who only don't even put their last name on their Facebook. They usually only like the first two names, their first and middle name, rather than their whole name, and that's their internet persona. That's their stage name. And
Did you hear about the guy, the security guard who got fired? he made a persona, an internet brand persona of himself as a security guard in a hospital, and he would fart every hour.
What?
And he got
And
fired.
record it. And he'd record him farting, and then he made like his like an internet name, the Flarty, the security guy. I don't know what his name was, but made it like that. And then he became so famous that like his bosses found out,
Found it.
Oh,
and
jeez.
then he
Fired.
fired him.
But
And then-
is he famous now? Is he making money off his?
I don't know,
Farting
but
collection.
I
His
wouldn't
farting
be surprised. I
collection.
want to see if I can find him. But he
kinda-
records himself actually being fired, like because I watched it. I was like, ooh.
Good on him. That's cool.
That's taken it to
and
the
they're like,
extreme.
See,
they're like, stop
That's
filming.
circumstantial. That's a forced rebrand.
He's
Now
like-
he has to live up to this new,
But-
new
Fighting
image of
security
the fighting
guard.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
talking in the car as he's getting out, and then the guy's approaching him, and he's like, guys, like talking to his Instagram people. Hey guys, I think this is happening now. I think I'm gonna get fired. So he's recording, and then the guy's like,
Damn.
are you recording? He's like, yes. Can you stop recording? Well, no, because if I think what you're gonna do next, then I'm not gonna be someone you can tell me what to do.
yeah.
What a legend.
What a legend there.
Well, I need to find him.
So is he fired? He's fired, eh?
Yeah, he's fired for sure.
I think,
Yeah, he's fired.
and I mean, fight. Does he fight on the patients? Is that what he was doing?
No, he was just, they put him in the front as opposed to being a back security guard because he was like, obviously had a personality,
Yeah.
he was friendly,
Yeah.
so they wanted him to be more in touch with the people.
Yeah, well, he did.
And then like, you know, when
He
it's
just
quiet,
farted.
obviously he's just farted and he recorded it and that just became his brand and his
thing.
message.
The fighting guy. That's a poor excuse to fire someone. It's natural. What? You can't fire?
Well,
No, but
someone
It's
else
unprofessional.
made
you
a
know.
point. Yeah, it is because he was wearing the uniform, but he never showed the
Fair.
brand. He never showed the brand.
I get that, yeah.
But I think there's a no recording policy in the hospital or something
Fair.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I don't
fair.
know.
You know what it
Well,
would be?
in the-
You know what would make a great like marketing fit for him if he did some campaign for like prostate cancer to promote prostate cancer.
Flatulence, like,
Yeah.
don't
or
hold
like
in the
or
gas.
some Imodium or like some diarrhea medicine or something.
Or it could be
like
like
that.
a,
Yes.
he could be like a spokesman to air out your
Exactly right.
grievances.
What? Wait, what?
A spokesman to air out your grievances.
That's hilarious.
That
Dad
was
jokes
good.
on deck. Dad jokes on deck.
On deck.
You guys are ready.
You're ready for the next episode for sure. It's gonna be good. But I also wanted to talk about how Facebook are using private details or whatever
yeah?
online details to use it to give it to companies to advertise
marketing.
Yeah.
and marketing.
Yeah. So
Haven't
like
they
we,
always been doing that?
yeah, but like I went to we went to Woolies before this, and you know how they say, oh, do you want to put your loyalty card in? And I'm like, nah, because they're just gonna like collect the data so they know what to sell to me. So and he's like, yeah, but Facebook does that too.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
they're
yeah,
doing it
Everything does that.
everyone
Everything.
does that.
You can't get away from it.
Do you
like-
think that's a bad thing though? I kind of find it convenient. Like if I'm looking up some random shoes online and then I close it and then I get on my Facebook, I'm like, oh, that's right, there's shoes. It's like a nice
Yeah.
friendly little reminder. Kind of. Yeah, at least it's relatable advertising because they're gonna advertise no matter what. At least make it sort
yeah.
of to do with what I'm looking for.
It's convenient and it
Is it
makes
really
guess.
that much of a issue? Like it's not private in a sense of like this. Like I don't know. Actually, they could be spying on you in that sense. But in
I
a
think it's just
marketing
a-
sense,
I think the marketing sense is okay. It's just the fact that they have all this information about you.
Yeah.
What all the websites you've seen, all the Google searches you've searched, and all the
really,
stuff
is that
you
what it
do-
looks
everything.
like? So Facebook can see what I've searched.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause I'm-
Yeah.
Google.
I'm gonna-
Google is one
I'm
of the
gonna-
main things that collects information. So if you go on Google, and if you have a Gmail account or anything,
Yeah,
they record
okay.
everything that you searched, and then someone actually found out that they've actually collected information spanning back 7 years, and it comes from
Okay,
everything
well,
you searched, everything
I didn't know that. So I'm just not going to use the internet anymore. I'm going to burn my laptop after this episode. This is my last episode on the Cheatcoders, guys. Peace out. I'm out of the internet.
There's,
Cool.
and there's things like
Fuck, I didn't know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just innocent stuff they looked at. Like, oh, Nathan likes
Innocent.
shoes. Or some shit.
Yeah, but everything.
I mean,
that, when you
there's
Google
one-
something,
there's-
it kind of branches. It shows who you are as a person.
yeah.
Then they could use that information to
So
market.
all
to
those people that complain about having too much porn pop-ups,
says something
Hey,
about
that
it.
ain't me, though. That ain't me, though.
I guess there are two sides of the coin there, because with technology there is the benefits of technology, but at the same time, when used for nefarious purposes, you've got the other side of it. It's like it's essentially what Terminator is about. Like Terminator, like they build something.
I was gonna go there. Matrix,
Yeah.
Terminator, all that shit.
You get to a point where the technology that we're building will help enrich our lives, and it will help us to grow in as a civilization, as a society. And that's what the internet does. It allows us to share information like immediately or quickly in some countries. Not all countries, because
the internet's pretty crappy.
But at the same time, it can be used for negative purposes.
Evil.
Where, yes, I could, if someone wanted to, they could hack your account and go, oh, Nats is looking up a lot of shoes and porn, for instance. Like they, like.
Why?
We're just rebranding you, Nats.
It's funny. That's a nice combination of shoes and porn.
Shoes and porn. Two tabs.
We know exactly
Shoes
what
and
his
porn.
fetish is. Like, from that, you know.
Yeah, running.
Shoe porn? Is it shoe porn?
Shoe porn.
You're into foot.
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
I'm just kidding.
I think there is such thing as. Okay, well, I'm not going to segue. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, let's not go there.
Anyway.
But was it Mission Impossible? No, it was that movie with Tom Cruise, and they're in the future, and then every TV can recognize your face. Minority Report.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Okay.
So when every TV can recognize your face, and they have that in the shopping centers and stuff. So I was studying marketing, and the lecturer was like, that already exists, but they're just trying to find a way to make it less creepy to the public.
That's why they have that face detection thingy on the iPhones. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
that stuff's...
That's
true, actually.
That's been around.
That's
for
why they
a
have
long
the
time.
thumb thing as well.
You know, in the
so that
gallery,
means they got my.
You know, in your iPhone gallery, and you can search people by their face. Like, it's a cool little thing,
Wow, I
but you
didn't know
realize
that.
it's that easy to
Yeah.
easy to pinpoint people. Like, imagine just
Oh,
they've probably got
Yeah.
a database with like just people's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have an iPhone, Don. You don't have an
No.
iPhone, You got a Samsung?
What do you-
I got a
that's,
Sony.
That's why.
Sony.
Yeah, that's
Sony
why. That's
Xperia.
why. Yeah.
Oh, but then you have
That's
Facebook.
you're a
It's
bit
already
behind.
done. Once you have Facebook, it's already done. They have the face detection there.
Yeah,
I
face
don't-
exactly,
detections
that's what
on
I mean.
Facebook.
I don't have the Facebook
It
app
just trips me out.
specifically for that reason. I don't like. I don't like having.
Apparently,
the
you
Facebook
can control how much information you give. I think they were saying that on Facebook, you just have to go to the settings and turn off like some security stuff. You just have to switch it off, literally, and then less information will be given out. So if anyone wants to be a bit more
Conscious.
hidden from the world,
Yeah.
then go
Then
to
just
the
don't use
security
Facebook.
stuff and just don't use Facebook. Just don't use
I
Facebook.
don't know
Don't
if
use
you're gonna
social
find
media.
many drug dealers on Facebook.
So here's a question.
smart.
You know what the
ones.
trippy thing is? Drug dealers can sell on the dark web because it's all like, I'm not an IT dude, but it's all like encrypted, like
Like
it's not
VPN.
out there. It's just yeah. You can buy guns and shit. You can
Yeah.
buy drugs. Apparently,
We know what Nats has been searching now. So this
Shoes and porn.
shoes,
dark
porn,
web.
and
I don't know how to log into
and guns and drugs.
What?
That's
porn,
and
guns, and
drugs.
drugs. Nice.
Ooh, Aquaman's coming out. Sorry, so random. No segue. Like,
What is it?
Aquaman.
She heard porn and then
Aquaman.
she just thought of Aquaman. She thought of Jason Momoa.
He's so hot.
I don't
T-
get it.
I don't know how
I don't
I
see
don't know
the
how
Jason
T's
Momoa
mind
effect.
works. We're like porn.
damn.
Oh, Aquaman.
Wow.
Why? Because he's wet.
Now we know.
'Cause
now
he's
we
wet.
know what he's searching.
Oh god.
This is
There's no logic.
Now we know what
There's
he's
no
been
logic.
searching.
I'm trying
on
to
the
figure
internet.
out how it works. Trying to
There's
figure out how
no
it is.
connection, but like my brain is not logical. You just gotta like deal with it.
Just deal with it. It's how I think.
I was gonna
Man.
ask this question, right? So if you wanted to, in terms of rebranding or changing yourself, would you be willing to deactivate your Facebook for a certain amount of time, just so that you could be like, okay, I'm not gonna be online at all? Like, how
People
willing
do
would you
that
be?
all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I would care. I just if I rebrand from that moment, and that's it.
Yeah. I think I'm okay with the internet taking my information as long as it's not used to destroy me or something like. I don't know. Like I'm like,
But would you give up Facebook and
yeah,
like,
no,
go
no.
dark?
I'm saying that I wouldn't go dark because like this is the way life is now.
Yeah.
This is the way that it
Yeah.
is. Internet
That's
is
true.
the strongest
That's what it
part
is.
of the world. It makes
It
the
is,
world literally like function.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to adapt to the fact that we have to use the internet, and with using internet, we're gonna have to give out certain details about ourselves.
Yeah, you have to
And
understand
Yeah,
the
of course.
consequences.
you gotta have to understand the consequences. So if you're using the internet, if you're using Facebook, as long as you have an understanding of this thing that's going on behind the scenes, and you're okay to live with it, then as long as everyone's aware of it, rather than people being like, it's like buying a shoe and realizing like the laces are gone. You have to know that certain things are happening. So as long as everyone's aware of it, then I'm okay with it. And like I'm aware of it. I know what's going. Like I kind of researched into it, and at the end of the day, like as technology is going to keep advancing, and this is the way it's going to work. We can't be cavemen. And
But so AI is coming out in all the technology.
yeah, that's when we're going to die.
Do you reckon? Yeah. Do you reckon it's going to be like
Skynet.
Skynet, and then it's going to
That's
come
really
to
bad,
our
though.
demise? Skynet and Matrix. Do you reckon it'll end up like that?
Yeah. I've said it constantly on this podcast. The way that the world's going to end is through AI and robots, and then we're going to get destroyed because
Yeah.
they're going to get too smart. And they're not going to even think more clearly than us. They're going to be thinking, oh, these people are really destroying the world
Yeah.
because of
They're gonna
global
think
warming.
logically,
Yeah, they're going to think too
not-
logically.
Yeah, too logically and efficiently, and it'd be more efficient to wipe out the human beings, and Mother Earth would live longer.
I
Yeah,
think
they'll be thinking, yeah.
There's that
'Cause
that
it's
old
true.
trope
That's
of
the ultimate rebrand.
Yeah, the ultimate rebrand is the
Do you reckon that's how
destruction of
dinosaurs
humans.
got into
Mother Nature's
extinction?
rebrand.
Yeah,
Wipe
it's
out
like-
humans. Start over.
That's it. This is our comment. We're gonna die from AI. We're watching it as we're gonna die from
So
Siri.
inspiring.
We're so worried about what Siri's not, Siri not understanding what we're saying. Once Siri does understand what we're saying, it's game over.
Have you seen those? You know that robot that's like a human, and she was made human. They gave her
human
inducted
face.
her
Right.
as a human. Do you remember that lady?
Which one?
So it's a famous Sophia. Sophia, I think her name is Sophia. She's a
Yeah,
robot.
Drake's baby mama.
No, not Drake's baby mama. She's a robot designed to be able to respond and learn and adapt and talk. So she's famous, and she's been all of the interviews on TV and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes she responds in saying, "Oh, Sophia, so what are you going to get up to?" And she's like, "Oh, just taking over mankind." And then everyone kind of laughs and plays it off. But she's a robot. She doesn't have humor. I think she's serious.
Yeah, she doesn't know what sarcasm is.
Yeah. And
think
they're all playing it off like, that's
Yeah.
so funny and cute. No,
I
it's
think-
not.
I think in terms of I think in terms of that, like in terms of AI, yes, AI could surpass what it was originally programmed to do, but if it's something that could learn how to hack things or change things or build itself, then let's just not plug it into the internet. Let's just keep it siloed so that it
I know,
it
right?
can say
Contain it.
shit like, yes, I'm going to take over the world, but if you're not plugged into the internet, then this AI is siloed in one place. It's not going to go anywhere, and it can't hurt anyone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
all it takes is for one AI to be plugged into the internet. So we need to get, I don't know, how many people in the
But
world?
that's what
1
there's
billion
AI
people.
in TVs now. So LG has a
Yeah,
2018
we're fucked.
OLED.
We are
It's
gone,
got
guys.
AI, voice
But
The way
control.
it's-
what
world's
does the
moving
AI
Technology
do?
is growing so quick.
What does the AI do? Does it just
What is AI in its essence?
Yeah.
It's just a learning
Artificial-
capability. And the more it
not the mind.
learns to do things, it could just build on itself. Like it could just
Yeah.
be something as simple as a search engine, and it's learning how to search things. Before you know it, it searches a way
is
to
it learning how to
be
search
able to
things?
control a robot. or
Is it learning
something.
how to search things, or is it learning your search patterns? Because that's
It's
that's
learning your
Anything,
search,
dude.
but
'Cause
if
all it
it's
is, it's
AI,
like
it can
it's a
develop.
source code. It's a code that just that constantly keeps teaching itself. We as humans, everything is like sort of like we're building these things right now to learn, and we're adding the components for it to learn and grow more. But I think what I don't know what Raph or Thingo is trying to get at, is eventually it's going to get so advanced that it's not even going to need humans to keep building on itself.
Yeah.
And that's when shit is going to be
Skynet.
out of hand. Like, fuck, we can't even stop this thing anymore. It's like, it's building itself now. It's built legs and arms and shit. I don't even know where the arms and legs came from. It just built them.
And
You know what I mean?
they're going to be after
We're gonna be
human blood.
so inferior to them. It's gonna be like AI is gonna be like us, and then we're gonna have
We're
how
going to be
people-
the ants.
We're gonna be like, and then
I
we're
think
gonna be
that's
food.
yeah.
We're gonna be the
Technology's
food.
it's moving too quick, but it's like it's expanding at a rate like it's never before. Like, internet only came out, what, 10, 20 years ago? Probably less. When was it? When did it probably come out? Because I remember dial-up when I was in high school. And that wasn't that long ago when you
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
dial-up.
terms of like life cycle of humans kind of thing, it's not that long ago. So,
Yeah.
and the rate
And-
that it's at now, fuck me. You know what I mean?
And did you hear about Facebook? Facebook had this side project they were doing, where they had two different artificial intelligence or robot things,
started
and then they
communicating.
started talking to each other
in their own language,
in their own language.
and they had to shut it down immediately.
They're like, oh, too much, shut it down. They're talking now. They're talking with each
They
other.
figured out the way to communicate.
Oh my god!
To
Like,
each
how
other.
would we ever know?
We're
Us
gonna die.
being so like
no, you know what? I
self-obsessed.
think I already told this to Tim in one of
Get
our
ready. You're
earlier
going to be a battery
episodes.
one day.
It's just
We're all gonna be batteries.
Stop it.
All of the technology, they already know. They're already communicating to each other. They're waiting for doomsday. They set a date, and then
Hey.
because everything's connected. The
Have you guys heard,
the
like, apparently
security,
in like the world
the-
wars, like olden
the
days,
aircon, everything. We're gonna
but you know,
die.
apparently
like,
all the
locked in
technology
our
that we
houses.
have now. Am I? Can you hear me?
Wow.
Yeah, you're
Hello?
cutting out.
You're cutting out a bit.
Oh, sorry.
See, this
Is
is,
it better
see,
now?
they're trying to shut us down right now. We know too much. Bro.
Sophia's
saying, like,
like,
you know-
they know too much.
man.
Destroy
You know,
them.
a lot of the technology we have now, apparently it was already out, like, during, like, World War times, apparently. Look, this is not me having facts, like, this is just me hearing of what other people have said. But I wouldn't be surprised, like, a lot of the technology that we have, like, GPS, like, you know, maps and all that, like, it was so
Yeah.
amazing when it came out for us. But apparently that stuff's existed in, like,
Ages
war
ago.
times before. And it's just
Ooh.
kept hidden. It's been kept hidden because, like, you know, and it's
It could also
slowly being
be-
rolled out now. So imagine the shit the government has now that we don't know about.
Yeah, it
Well,
could also be that it's not
imagine the
consumable for
stuff
the
now.
public. Like you,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you have something that's something that is military contracted, right? Technology that's
not ready
military
for the public.
not ready for the public because it may not be
Exactly.
cost effective.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
true.
military
true.
will,
That's
will
true.
spend
But-
thousands.
So I'm
It's
just
like-
trying to. I'm just thinking, like, what else do they have?
They got
What
TV. They
else?
got 8K TVs now that are not selling because
8K
they're
TV.
selling the 4Ks first. So 8K TVs already exist.
Okay, TVs exist.
Yeah.
And like, I think the only way of survival is if AI has a group of AI people that are woke. You know what I mean? Like they'd be like, these humans, you know, we should not put them in extinction because they could help us.
So
And
compassionate
they'd be
AIs?
woke. They'd be woke. Like how like
AI.
we have like the environmentalists of AIs. Because you know how we have like people like, oh, let's kill the animals for
They're
food,
like-
yada yada.
Like,
I
no,
was
yeah,
thinking,
the
Like,
humans
no.
are an endangered species.
Yeah, so we have
So-
we have to when we do have that AI, we're gonna have to side with the AI people that are
it would-
environmentalists and woke and the vegan AI and
vegan
AI. They're gonna have their
Please
subcultures.
don't eat me.
Yeah, so
Please,
there's
stop
there's gonna be a
killing humans
consensus
because-
of like let's kill the humans, but we are gonna have to side with those people, those woke group of
You know
AIs.
what?
That would
This is like human karma, because how we like humans treat
Treat the
animals and
earth.
stuff.
Yeah.
that would be quite hilarious. That'd be like come around full circle. Then
It's
you'd
not-
get
Yeah,
not-
no, now we're
don't
in
think
the
so,
bottom
Larry.
of the
Would you
food
get
chain,
the-
you know?
like-
We're just part of the animals.
would you get like the hipster AIs or like the internet troll AIs as well with that?
Yeah,
Or
we're
just-
gonna have the whole. Yeah, they're gonna create their own
Thanos?
empire. If they're gonna AI's Thanos, we're gonna completely die. They're gonna click their internet. Boom, half of everyone's gonna be gone.
I know. They full could do it through screens, bro. Like anyone looking at a screen now, kill them. Like,
Yeah.
because half the world would be on a screen at the same time. Like us right now.
We're all on screen. It's all screens.
No, this is
I love how
right.
this podcast has just degenerated into this. Holy shit, the robots are gonna
Doomsday.
get us. Holy shit, AIs. Everyone just
will.
shut down your phones
I
and your
swear.
laptops now.
Shut down everything.
how did
You
we
know
come
what?
to this from rebranding?
Yeah, it is. This is the
I mean, like,
human rebrand.
You know, there's crazy conspiracy theorist dudes that are on like radio back then. That's gonna be us. You're like, the world's coming to an end. AI is here. And we're,
All we
like,
need
just
is
trying
our
to get
tinfoil
message out.
hats and everything is
That's the real rebrand. That's our rebrand. We're getting ready for the apocalypse.
Now
Cheatcoders.
Now we're gonna be
Listen to us.
This-
You'll escape.
cheat code.
Teach you how to get out of this.
Yeah, just make sure you get the woke AI. Woke AI.
The woke
Vegan AI,
AI.
the vegan one.
Get the vegan AI. They don't eat humans. We're good.
They'll save us. I swear. Well, yeah, like we always talk about AI as in there's going to be. You reckon it'll come to a point where AI will have developed emotions, and therefore they'll be sympathetic to humans, and make
Yeah,
sure
the,
that we
the
don't
woke
all
one.
die.
They
We
could.
might eventually become pets.
Did you watch?
Imagine that would be pets to AI.
Wasn't that the movie with Robin Williams, who was a robot, and he developed emotions?
Aladdin.
No, not Aladdin. He was a bio. He was a bio. He was a robot.
I know the movie you're talking about. I don't remember the
Bicentennial
I don't know
Man.
what it's
But
called.
there's also iRobot, which is like
Oh yeah, iRobot.
Yeah, the
Will
good one, the
Smith.
good robot.
yeah.
Hey, what about
Yeah.
that robot? About the TV show? It's like a romantic thing. He falls in love with his Siri, and it's in the future.
Was that-
Oh yeah, her.
It's so weird.
I haven't watched
Oh,
that
man.
movie. I don't.
Her.
You know
Oh.
what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, her. It's called
I
her.
forgot the movie.
It's called Her.
That's the one.
Yeah.
He like
I've been
falls
saying
in
it for
love
like
with
10
her.
times.
He was saying it like 10 times.
Do you know rap? Do you know rap?
Is it the movie Her?
Yes, her. Who's her? Who are we talking about? I'm talking about a movie. Her.
I don't know you were saying her. I thought you were saying her. I don't know what you're saying.
No, but I saw that movie. Like, I didn't really. Yeah, it's all. I can understand the concept, but it's just.
I get the
really,
concept.
I really hated the character because he was such a pansy.
This is
Yeah, he's such a
all of this
loser.
talk is very much similar to and I know you guys talked about it before, like the Black Mirror episodes.
Oh, Black
The-
Mirror good.
You know, Black
So
Mirror
good.
is telling us what's happening in the future.
Who?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
What's Black Mirror?
It's
a
a
mirror
TV
of
So you
show.
black.
gotta watch
Yeah.
it. Change your life.
It'll change
In a
your
bad
life.
way.
You like dark chocolate? You
Dark
love Black
chocolate.
Mirror?
Dark chocolate.
It'll be so good.
So
But,
Black Mirror. So it's a guy.
Yeah, Black Mirror. It's a guy and then talking.
It's like the modern
Steve
day
Irwin.
Twilight Zone.
The modern day what?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Do you ever watch Twilight Zone?
It's
Yes,
on Netflix.
actually,
Go
yeah,
on
it is like
Netflix.
that. It's Twilight Zone, but
So is it like a documentary?
No. So it's like creepy
No, no,
stories,
no.
but it's built around
alternate
technology.
storylines in the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alternate. It's all standalone
there's-
episodes, and
there's
it's
an
like
episode-
a conceptual of what the future's like.
There's an episode where you can take photos with there's a chip that you put on your neck or something, and then you can take photos of your memory. Oh, your memory's recorded,
Yeah.
and then it shows the good side of that, and then also the bad side of it, and then it just turns into like this story. So each
Oh,
episode's
wow.
a different story.
That's a good episode.
about a different. Yeah, that's a
I
great
hated that episode. Pissed me
And,
off so
um,
much.
Why?
You have to watch
This
it.
is-
You have
this
to
is
watch
very
Oh, there's
good.
it.
another
Watch
good.
it.
There's another good episode. It's about
Black Mirror.
someone,
Yeah.
a wife's husband dies,
Mm.
and then they create kind of like a new personality through what he's been typing on
The
the
photos, the
internet
galleries,
and the
yeah.
photos and everything.
Ah.
So and then they
So-
came up with a doll, a sex doll
Oh,
per
God.
se.
And they
that
put the
has that
chip in, and
personality,
then that's
put
his
the chip in.
memories.
So that's kind of like AI-ish.
Mm.
So yeah, you should check it out. It's really good.
Okay, Black Mirror. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You know what I've been watching? I've been watching The Good Place. Have you guys seen it?
I've seen it.
No.
It's
What's
good
that?
trash TV.
Funny.
What a backhanded compliment. Imagine saying that to a girl. It's like, how do I look today? Oh, you look like good trash.
Well, my friend told me to watch it, and then I just got addicted.
What is
Like
a good
it's
place?
good trash TV. It's like a sitcom, but it's very like
So Kristen Bell's in it. Kristen Bell from Forgetting About Sarah Marshall. She's
Yep.
Sarah Marshall. She's the main character.
and also Anya
And
from Frozen.
who's Anya? Oh,
Anya.
is that Anya? Oh, is she Anya? Yeah, she's Anya. Yeah, Anna from Frozen. Yeah.
Anna, whatever her name is. Yeah.
So she dies and then goes to the good place, which is heaven. The bad place is like hell. And she's gone to the good place, but it's by accident.
Yeah.
So she's trying to stay in the good place and comes up with all this stuff.
That's cool. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
But check out Black Mirror.
It's like getting into an event for free. Or the VIP section. And you're like, I gotta do everything I can to stay in the VIP section.
Yeah,
Because I'm
right?
already here.
I like the philosophical questions that they bring up in The Good Place.
Yeah.
Because she's in her life she's been someone who is a shitty person per se,
Selfish.
but she
yeah.
doesn't deserve to be in the good place, and so she's trying to figure out why she's there. But then there are people there who are philosophically good, and they're there, but they don't feel like they should be there. It's a weird There's all these philosophical.
That's just right. It's like a
Yeah.
VIP club.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like people sneak into there, like they shouldn't be
VIP
there.
club.
And there are people who actually got in there and be invited. They shouldn't be there. And that's it. Life's a club.
Yeah, life is it.
Life is a club.
and-
then what
Life is the one
takes
big
over
dance.
is techno music, which is the AI. And it's our demise. And the pills, the drugs.
Always back to the AI.
That's-
I was gonna
that's
say,
the- that's
I was
the
gonna bring
AI.
it back to like the rebranding, and here's a philosophical question.
Go.
There's you drive a car, right? You buy a car, and you drive it for about 10 years. But during that 10 years, you swap out the tires, you swap out the exhaust, you swap out the bits. Parts of it will change. At the end of the 10 years, is it the same car that you bought in the beginning if you've swapped out everything?
No.
And alternatively, our cells, like our anatomy, our cells change every time as we grow. So some cells will die off, other cells will be created. So in a span of 10 years, our body changes so much. Are we the same person as we were in the beginning of that 10 years?
No.
No, I just get a gut and facial hair.
He got more cells added to his body.
cells.
It's funny.
But I get, I
think
get
there's-
what you're saying.
There's a good like sort of like I think we are in terms of maybe our core, like what makes us is what's inside, as
Yeah.
cheesy as it sounds, but we're just really vessels of what we carry
It's so
internally.
true.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like literally, like like it's perfect. It's what you say is actually true. Like in 10 years, this might not even be my hand. It'll be all new cells, and this original hand's not really there anymore.
These nice hands.
That's a bit dramatic. It's not my
No, but
hand, bro.
it's true because have you seen that?
They've seen a lot. His hands.
Have your hands, bro? I don't know where your hands been.
His
But
Seen a lot.
lesbian,
Oh,
his lesbian
if
hands.
if we're going that route, he hasn't seen much. But I mean,
Sorry, that was funny.
have you seen? There's a doctor, someone did an experiment, and they put glasses of water, and under each they labeled each water a different name. So, for example, one water container was called anger, one was called love, one was called thank you, and one was called jealousy, and so they put it under a microscope, each drop of water, and under the microscope, the negative names like anger, jealousy, revenge, and stuff were all they looked like demon blobs under a microscope. But under a microscope for the positive ones, like thank you, compassion, love, it looked like a snowflake, like a beautiful snowflake. So if you think about it, we're 80% water or whatever, and if our cells are regenerating with the energy that we put into it, for example, if you're feeling love, if you're feeling joy, versus if you're something happens in your life and then you start feeling like resentful, you start feeling, you know what I mean? So your cells a whole different you, depending on your thoughts and what the energy you create.
I agree.
Is this what?
I agree with the message of that. I don't agree with the science experiment.
yeah. What's
No,
the?
I need to show you. I'll show you.
How did they? What?
It's legit.
I
So like one water was really angry.
No.
What?
You
But
wait. I'll
no,
show.
so I agree with that in terms of the energy that you try to exude, or the energy that you try to put out, is the energy that you can influence your cells, or you can influence your thinking, you can influence your state of mind by being positive or having positive thoughts, a positive mindset.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I agree with the result.
It-
But the drops of water
Well,
and naming it something.
Yeah, it's by Dr. Masaru Emoto. Water experiment.
Just so I'm on the same page, is this water all from the same bottle and then just divide it?
It's just
But
it's
then
just
giving.
basically same water,
Yeah.
and then they give it different different intentions based on the word. So every word has a frequency. Everything's energy, right? So a feeling of the word love resonates a certain frequency, a certain energy. The word anger resonates a certain energy, a certain frequency, right?
If this
Wait,
is
so
a
this-
science,
And it's totally real.
Is it?
Like YouTube and
Wait,
Google
so
it.
they just put like the word next to the water,
Yeah.
and it changes the water.
so this
Yeah.
scientist had a
I'm trying to read right
spiritual.
So so just look up water experiment.
I
Masaru
didn't know
Emoto.
that.
Emoto.
I thought like
Dr. Masaru
spirituality and science
And they did
was separate.
They did a real one with kids at kids schools. I don't know if you guys seen on the ads, but they did one in kids schools with two plants that were both healthy. One plant was subject to the words of a bully saying you're no good, you're stupid, you're an idiot, and
So they talk to the plant all day.
yeah, like they'll have a recording that says all this stuff. And then the other plant will have a recording that says, oh, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're good on you, like positive words, right? And then you could see at the end of the experiment, they show the kids looking and observing the one that was negative talked to withered and became like shrivelly, and the one that was like given love words, like words of encouragement, it actually bloomed, and it helped make the kids think, you know, how are you talking to your classmates?
Yeah, I get.
It's
Yeah, and I agree with the message. Again, I agree with the message of the experiments. I don't agree with them and the experiments themselves. But maybe that's just me being cynical.
It's more so the you're saying that the frequencies of different, because
Well,
like when
like-
you're angry you have a louder
Yeah,
type
what-
of tone, type of thing.
Or it may be that
I'm not believing
read
that.
I need to read.
I'm not-
I'm interested to read the studies.
Read it, because maybe I'm not, you know, relaying it exactly how the other people do, but but it's legit. It's a legit.
Oh, yeah,
They've got
yeah.
science to prove that
Okay.
Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a science to it. It's just that I don't. Yeah. I could wrap it around. Yeah. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
But it's like, you know, say for people that end up getting cancer or something, a lump or something. Can you imagine if they were holding in all that anger? It manifests into something physical.
Anger turns to
Right?
stress, and then stress will be bad for your body.
Yeah, it's like all the cells in your
Yeah.
body change
Yeah.
because, Anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to read it. Just letting you guys know, we're 50 minutes.
Alright, cool. So that means we have another half an hour to go.
2 hours.
I might have to,
Royal Rumble.
I might have to jump out.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Alright, let's just.
Yeah. How do we segue away from?
It's like, all right, so let's
cut it there, guys.
Cheatcoders.
How do we
So,
segue
well,
away
let's-
from that?
Cheat of the week. So let's start
Cheat.
with our cheat of the week, which is a recommendation from each of us, including T, whether it be a book, song, or anything that you want to recommend, because we would like to provide our thoughts on particular things to our audience, which is you guys. So let's start off with Don.
Yeah.
What's your cheat of the week?
My cheat of the week is well, it's one song on this particular album by this rapper called Kyle. And hang on, where is it?
Good old Kyle.
Yeah, his name's just Kyle. That's what his rapper name is, Kyle. And it's called Ups and Downs. And are we allowed to play a bit of it on the show?
Yeah, just do the sample. We'll just talk over it so we don't get copyright issues.
Yeah, so here you go.
It's a review anyway, you're allowed.
Okay,
I don't
before
think I can
reviewing
hear
it,
that.
make sure to review it.
Yeah.
And then you're allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the lyrics real quick as well. Wait for it.
Send it some
Wait
later.
for it.
I think I'ma dance for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Swag.
I might even laugh like I mean it. Come on, baby, say it like you mean it. You're gonna be alright, baby.
It's when it drops that I love it.
Alright,
Alright, cool.
you know you're gonna be fine. be alright, baby.
Hey, Kyle.
Oh.
How you doing? What is this dream you're pursuing?
Swag.
What are these feelings you mentioned? Are you from a different dimension?
Right.
Are you?
I'll stop with there, but like,
Hey, send me that. Don.
Yeah,
Send me
yeah.
on, what's up?
so the lyrics, it starts off is, how brave do I become when I'm truly loved? My overwhelming fears are overcome. And then it talks about hitting the blunt. I might even hit the blunt. I don't do that for anyone, but like, it's like, it's just this positive type message of a rap song. And it's also a pretty good song where it says like, the first verse goes, hey Kyle, how you doing? What is this dream that you're pursuing? What are these feelings that you mention? Are you from a different dimension? And it's like, do you have dementia because you're rapping about happy things? You're rapping about like positive things, and a lot of his music is this particular song is about being positive, and you know you're gonna have ups and downs, but is essentially things are gonna be all right. And that's why I like that song, and I was like, yeah. I was having a particularly like I was having not a great day, and I was listening to this song, and I'm like, yeah, things will be all right. And I think that ties in nicely to what you were talking about.
That's a good segue. Like just a real quick segue.
Yeah.
Do you ever find that whenever you, depending on your emotions, if you're feeling down or if you're like trying to get G'd up, music can alter that? Like once again, the whole
Hell yeah.
enforcement of
Hell
emotion.
yes.
It's so good.
High five, T.
Sometimes when I'm really like down, I'll just play like old music,
Yeah.
oldies, and some cheesy shit.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
Like, wow, I'm happy again. Yeah.
Like if you get
it's
pissed
so
off
good.
at work, you just play some rap music and then you just absorb that.
Even more
anger.
pissed off.
Be
Yeah,
more
it's like,
pissed
you know
off
what?
because like you just want to let it out. You know, the music has that special thing where it actually, it's that therapy. You know, like
Yeah,
whatever
that's
you're
it,
going
yeah.
through, you can have a backing track to it.
Yeah.
Because there's a song for everything.
Yeah, it's like when you work out, you G yourself up with like some heavy, angry music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Tupac. That's why all these, like, whenever you play Tupac at the clubs, that's fights start.
Really?
That's why the 90s was so dangerous. 90s golden era hip hop, or when like, you know, NWA came out.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't safe to go to the club, you know.
Straight out of Compton.
Nats, what's your cheat of the week?
Yep, I've got a cheat of the week. It's a plastic rice cooker. Basically, if you don't have a
Wait, aren't rice cookers plastic? I don't get it.
No. Let him finish.
Okay,
Let him finish.
Okay. So like, when I first moved into this flat, I love rice, but we didn't have a rice cooker that you plug in. So my flatmate lent me this plastic one. It's this plastic thing, and I'm like, how do you use this? And what you do is you put the rice in, 3 cups is usually what I put, and then you put double the water. And then what you do with this plastic rice container, you put in the microwave for 10 minutes. When you take it out, let it steam, it's perfectly cooked rice. No need for like a pan, no need for that. It's like you can bring it anywhere. You don't need electricity, nothing. You just need a microwave and put it in. So the problem is, like, I put it on oven mode, and this is the first one. I kind of melted it.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, I don't think that's healthy, bro.
So that was the original, and now it's actually like we use it as a now it's got multi-use. We put like our stuff in here. So we
You can use it as a
it's like
double.
our pamphlets are here. So all our travel pamphlets, me and my flatmates, we put them here. So now it's got another use, and I bought another one, which is in the kitchen, because now I know the microwave setting I put was on like oven mode, and that's why this happened.
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it-
So
I thought
it
you'd
works.
put it
It's
into
actually-
the oven, and
No. The microwave was on oven mode, but it's actually a really handy thing to have. Obviously, it's not going to look like this. It'll look like a real thing, but okay, it looks like that.
Yeah.
It'll be like that. And yeah, 10 minutes, perfectly good rice. That was a mistake.
GG. It's all the rice
Live and
lovers
you
out
learn,
there.
You live and you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Nats is living the
The rice
the
life.
apartment life for sure.
Apartment
all
life.
life.
Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, you know when
Does-
that
does-
melted? Like, I was cooking the rice, but I was frying something at the same time. And I left it for the full 10 minutes, and I'm frying stuff. I'm like, man, my meat kind of smells like plastic. And then by the time
Pause.
I looked at the microwave, I was like, oh, shit, no! And then it's like on fire and just melted halfway. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not having rice tonight.
I'm just gonna have plastic.
I'm just going to have some plastic.
Some plastic.
And that is my cheat of the week.
Okay,
Nice.
sweet.
Plastic
T, what's your cheat
rice
of the week?
cooker.
Cheat of the week. Oh, can I have two?
Yeah,
One
yeah.
cheat of the week is dark chocolate. Healthy. Dark chocolate is
Nice.
healthy, and because this is extra dark, it's extra healthy.
Nice. Nice.
Other cheat of the week: Janet Jackson and Daddy Yankee's new song.
Oh yeah.
I love
What song's
this
that?
song.
Yeah, play
Can
sample.
you send that to me as well, T?
Sorry.
Send it to me too later.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you. But I'll
Live
play,
for
I'll
now
play
or something
some
like
now
that?
if it
Yeah.
lets me play. Can you hear it?
Yeah, put it, the microphone's here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Hey,
Talk about
Hey.
good mood.
hey.
Go Jen.
Yeah.
I like this like island type of feel, you know.
Yeah, me too. It's like a booty shaking.
Hey. Alright.
I saw the film clip as
Episode
well, and
49.
she's like,
Episode
Yeah.
49.
I saw the film clip and she's dancing in it
49.
as well, and it's such a fun sounding and fun, like it's such a fun song.
It is. So
Nice.
Yeah.
there you
Sweet.
go.
Alright.
Rap.
My cheat of the week will be a song too. I like this whole play a song thing.
Can we just play a song? That's like fun.
Yeah, we'll just play songs for now. Let's call it shit. Yeah, well, why
we can
not?
party at the end.
So I'm gonna
Alright,
play.
drop that shit.
I'm gonna play "Where the Flowers Grow" by Maria Dahlstrom, and it's a very jazzy type of type of vibe that I like.
Flute jazz.
No, flute jazz. It's very like
Ooh.
vibey music. I'm the type of person that just likes to listen to like music that
Chill.
just cruise to.
Mm.
So just cruising. Just imagine just like driving in the sunset,
I like your narration, bro.
and then you notice that you're just having a good day. And you think to yourself like, what could be better than just cruising in the sunset? Then you realize that there's mountains in the distance that are really green, and they have flowers too. So you want to go to where the flowers grow, which is the song title. Hey.
That sounds like a really cool song.
Hey, send that to me too, Rap.
I feel I feel relaxed right now.
You have to
Me too.
relax.
I like having a nap.
I feel like driving to the mountains and picking some flowers or something.
That's the way. That's
Very
the
nice.
way. So I think we're changing cheat of the week to just songs now. I like this little format that we got.
Rebrand.
Rebrand. All right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. And
All right, well, that's episode 49.
and just want to let
Once
you
again.
guys know that we're gonna be having a month off. Just gonna throw it out there because we just want to try and refresh the rebrand, and so we want to refresh our conversations, our dynamic. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take a break from podcasting for a month. We'll be back we'll start our first recording at the last week of September. That will release onto October. So thank you everyone that has been listening for the last 49 episodes. We really appreciate all your feedback, your support,
Yep.
and all the time that you listen, because it's like we talk for ages. So technically, on average, you've been listening to this podcast, listening to us talk shit for 49 hours,
Whoa.
which is a long time to listen to.
It's a long time.
to us. So we appreciate your support, and hopefully the rebrand will, refresh your support and your likeness for us, because we want to keep improving and evolving. We can't be successful if we don't change in the important parts of our
If we don't grow,
podcast career. If we don't grow, we can't grow without change.
yeah.
So thanks everyone. This has been episode 49. Thank you T for joining us
Cheers,
for this
guys.
episode.
Thanks, T.
And see you guys in number 50. Pop
Take it
the
easy.
champagne and the champagne.
Yay.
Peace
Dark chocolate.
and extra dark chocolate. And drive to the sunset on the mountains with your rice cooker and your
Your six pack.
just six-pack,
Cheese grater.
your cheese graters. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Peace.